Victor. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. Today I'm going to do the makeup declutter tag, and I saw Karen Harris do this, and the apparent creator is somebody named Ava Marie. I will post her down below, and I think Angelica Nyquist did this one as well. So there are 10 questions. And not that I declutter, I don't understand that language whatsoever. What does that word mean? Kidding. Alrighty, so the first question is makeup item that's impractical. Well, I'm going to say not an item per se, but I'm going to say packaging. Either really big packaging like the P. Louise, even though this is pretty fun, and I don't regret purchasing this at all because, well, this color story is gorgeous. But it's really hard to store either big packages or weird shaped packages, so I don't buy too many. I have one little holder near my vanity that holds about 5 kind of bigger sized palettes, and that's all I'm going to do. So if I ever get rid of one, maybe I'll get another one to fit in that spot, but I try not to take anything that is a big, crazy, or weird shaped packaging that's hard to put in a drawer with my other eyeshadows or makeup items, but I do like this, and it's a lot of fun. Alrighty, so the next question is a mascara that's definitely expired. So I don't have any expired mascaras. I probably used to when I was trying all different ones, but for the most part, I like my Essence Lash Princess. That's all I do. Or I also like the Charlotte Tilbury one if I want to be a little bougie. But for the most part, I just use my Essence one. I always have one going at a time. And then if I see one when I've started my last one, then I'll a lot of times get an extra one because sometimes they sell out because it is such a good mascara. And of course, it's the one in the green package. So I don't have any that expired, none that I need to throw out anymore. I use one, have a backup, get rid of it, use the next one. So there we go. The third question is a red lipstick you never wear. Now I've got a billion squillion lipsticks. I love red. They all have different nuances, so it's not like any of them are the same red. I'm going to die on that hill. And I'm just going to say probably any of the ones, but let's just take the one that I grabbed, Winnie, the Hocus Pocus one from ColourPop. As a general rule, I don't like ColourPop. I guess I'm one of the rare people. I don't like their eyeshadows. Everything I've bought is either the matching lip liner to this. I used it twice, and then it fell out and it was broken. I couldn't wasn't you could shove back in and resharpen. I've always had some defective packaging. I've not really enjoyed it, and I find for the most part that their the lip formula on this one's okay. I have one from the Villains, Disney Villains, and it was pretty dry. It was not really a formula that I like. So I would just say we're going to go with this one, Winnie from the Hocus Pocus collection from ColourPop Cosmetics. Yes, we have lots of people on motorbikes around here. All right, so the next thing is a high-end item not worth the money, and that is an easy one for me. And then this is the Hourglass. It's one of their ambient light powders, and this is the one in ethereal light. I'm going to try and use it, but I don't think it does anything. I know people really love it and think it looks amazing. I don't think it does anything extra spectacular. It was even with 20% off at the Sephora sale, like over a year ago. It's still not worth it. I don't understand why everybody's so hyped up on it. That's all I gotta say about the Hourglass Ambient Light Palette is let's see. The next thing is a drugstore dud. I don't buy tons of drugstore, and if I do, it's usually probably e.l.f. And it'll be an e.l.f. product that I'm talking about today. And then this is the Glow Primer Stick. And it has this little lid and then a big lid, so that way it'll keep it moisturized. It goes on like this. It's a little wet. I actually don't think it didn't do anything, and I think it even made my foundation a little weird. So doesn't smells a teeny bit like coconut. Yeah, this is a dud. Generally, I like e.l.f. products. The only other I would say drugstore dud I got a little while was also e.l.f. It was one of those, their little 4-pan eyeshadows. It was the mint green one. I didn't like that at all, though I did like their other ones that I've tried. But yeah, so of a recent purchase, the Glow Primer Stick from e.l.f. I think is a no-go and a total dud in my opinion. Let me just get my questions back, so that's it. And then an eyeshadow palette you forgot you had. I usually don't because I go through my drawers all the time, especially on days where I'm not testing something new or focusing on a favorite. I usually dig through around and find stuff, but I do find, and this will kind of connect with question number 1, makeup that's impractical, is from Storybook Cosmetics, and it's the Burn Book. I have two of these different packaging ones. I finally now have it in a more easy accessible space, but I usually just kept it in a drawer because again, it took up a lot of space, and I could put like, you know, at least 3 other palettes in the place of one of these, but now I have more access to it. It's a pretty color story. The formula is not bad. It's not my favorite formula, but I do, for both of the palettes that I have, I do like their color story, and the formula is nice. It's just yeah, I think it's because it always gets tucked away because it is such weird packaging. I forget about it and then I forget to use it. So there we go. So the next thing we have here is a foundation that's not your shade match. So I have 2 currently. One, I dislike the formula immensely, so and I bought 2 of them, but I've given one to a friend and hopefully they can find a use for it, and then one that I really like. So the one that I disliked, and I think it's just because of my skin, it's probably a really good foundation. Elena Glam loves it. She's I'm a patron of hers and I follow her on YouTube and Instagram. She's fantastic. Check her out. Anyways, it's the Kimchi A Really Good Foundation. I've tried it twice. I got it in the color 101L. It was definitely a little light, and it made my skin look really old and dry. So I just think it's not a formula for me. I think it's a young person's brand. Oh, hello, Sigma. I was talking about a coupon I had, but didn't work on the item that I wanted to buy. So there's that. Anyways, yeah, so this is one, yeah, that I don't know. Maybe I will try it again another time. Maybe it's better in winter, better in summer. I tried it in summer or spring and I did not like it. And I had bought 2 because it was a buy one get one free sale. I bought this in the powder. The powder I thought I disliked, but I kind of figured out how to use it and it's not bad. So I kept 1 and sold 1 on Poshmark. But one that I bought in a way too light color, but I found a fix for it, is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Foundation. So if I want to do full glam cake face, this is the one that I use. I got it in the color 102 Fair. I'm usually within the first couple lightest, but brands are getting better at really covering the spectrum from ghostly white to beautiful darker hues. And this one ended up being, say, almost 4 shades too light. I'm gonna go there. Well, what I did was I bought some color enhancing drops by ooh, I forgot. Oh, horrible. I have a bad memory. It's a Canadian brand. But anyways, I brought some color enhancing drops and I've managed to make it match me pretty well. And plus, once you put your blush and bronzer and everything on, it's good. So I'm going to be finishing this up. I really do like it. I think it looks really good. A little goes a long way. And like I said, because I liked the formula, I made it work. So color effects, there we go. I used some color effects, color enhancing drops and to darken it so that it is more my skin tone. So there we go. Now it says here, product that wasn't worth the hype. Again, I'm going to go, we've got Hourglass, but since I had put that under a high-end item not worth the money, I couldn't really find anything, at least that I still have and that I still could remember. There's probably some stuff that I tried where I'm like, what the heck? Why does everybody think this is amazing? But I can't remember. So I'm just going to go with an actual beauty product, and it's going to be this little brush. I saw it on Instagram, and then I saw some videos, and all these people are going on about how much I like the case that it comes in. And I love that fact that it feels really, really beautiful. It's really, really dense, but it's supposed to be like the perfect foundation brush. And I used to use brushes, but then I discovered how best to use sponges, and now I like sponges, and I rarely ever use a brush. Did a video on it. It was okay, but it was definitely not worth the kind of little bit of viral hype that it had. So that's what I'm going to say is a product that wasn't worth the hype. All right, so we've got two more questions. Number 9 is concealer you couldn't make work. I pretty much can't make any concealer work. I've got really old lady eyes, so I've got a lot of fine lines and wrinkles. I've been using the Inkyless retinol cream, and I think it's really stopped it from getting worse. And as long as I keep it moisturized, it's not too bad. But I find that I try not to put any foundation there, or the last little teeniest bit on the sponge. And I very rarely use a concealer. So I just grabbed one for shits and giggles. This was one that actually was okay. It was one of the least problematic for me. And this is the Revolution Pro. I've used the Tarte Shape Tape, and it was the same thing. Unless I use the teeny weeniest amount, I can't almost make any one work. I didn't mind the one from The Ordinary, but again, I had to use so little, so that way I didn't get things looking deeper and making my lines look crispier. So I'm gonna try. Most of the time, I end up using them as eye bases when I run out of eye bases or in between eye bases, so that way I don't waste them. But it's definitely, concealer is not for me as a general rule. And finally, if you had to start one makeup category from scratch, what would it be? Oy vey, it would be liquid lipsticks. Now this is the pile of ones that except for this one. I've tried to put most of my liquid lipsticks that I don't use as often in this box to try and grab some. So when I'm doing makeup and I need a lipstick, I can go run through and grab. I mean, there's a few really good ones in here. Here's the one from NYX that everybody likes, that stays on really well. There's some Beauty Bakery, which I think is expired at this point, but I just have way too many liquid lips. And these are, like I said, these are ones I just put in a pile to grab because they were all a bunch of different colors, but I have a whack of other ones. I'm kind of over the liquid lip. There's still a few brands that I really love. The Fenty one I really like. I do like the Lethal. I like the Suba. So I would say there's maybe 5 or 6 formulas that I still really, really like. But for the most part, I'm wearing today, I'm a bullet lipstick girl, so to me it's kind of useless to buy so many liquid lips, so I try to buy as little as possible, though I do have a new one coming my way from a brand that I'm going, newish Canadian brand that I'm going to be trying. But anyways, yeah, so that's it. So that's my makeup declutter tag. Again, I saw Karen Harris do it first. And yeah, wow, everybody is just buzzing me today. That was Etsy. Do a review, it says. So anyways, that's it from me before I start babbling. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends. We can still do faux declutters together. Again, I will list the folks below that have videos that originated and have been doing videos. And yeah, that's it from me. So as always, behave, make good choices, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.